Okay. I can tell that talking about your dad and your childhood causes you a little bit of distress. And let's switch gears just for a little bit. Okay, so I want you to try something with me. What we've been kind of doing in these last sessions. Let's close our eyes. Okay, let's breathe in deeply. Let it go. All right, let's breathe in again. Let it go. One last time. Breathe in. Let it go. Okay. So this is kind of the stuff that you've been doing while you're writing. And I want you to continue doing that because I know that it's difficult. And how would you feel about maybe this week working on revising that statement of your memories that I asked you to start last week? Maybe do you think you would be able to do that?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay. So just remind yourself to kind of breathe through it. And you may not want to do it all in one sitting. You may want to take your time. Do it periodically during the week. And just kind of get those details and those things out that you feel are important about your childhood. And so we can look at, the trauma that made it happen when you were a child. Okay? So let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about what makes you happy.
College makes me happy. Being away from everything and everybody and all the drama, the problems, that makes me happy.
Okay.
Being out on my own.
So I hear a lot of just being by yourself. Those kinds of things will make you happy. What is it about being by yourself that makes you happy?
Being by myself makes me feel like I can control things around me.
Okay. So it's some parts of your life you feel out of control?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, what are other things that you like to do? Maybe even if you did something with a friend. What are those kinds of things that you would do?
I like watching movies, going swimming.
Okay. So you went swimming this week.
Yes.
That was part of your homework. I remember you briefly mentioning that you went swimming. Okay. Is there maybe like a person, a significant other, anything like that you spend time with?
No, I don't do relationships. I don't do long-term relationships.
Okay. How do you feel about the long-term relationships?
I just don't like them. I don't like them.
Okay.
I just feel like maybe just being with the person, have some fun, and then move on.
Okay, so what's your definition of fun with the person?
Well, hanging out, having sex with them.
Okay. So in our last session, you talked about how you had become sexually active at the age of 13. And you felt that becoming sexually active was kind of like your escape from home, from being around dad, because you were the caregiver. So tell me a little bit of what sex does for you.
Sex helps me get my mind off of everything at home and all the problems, and it brings me, it pleasures me, it brings me gratification.
Okay. And when we're talking about sex, are we talking about like multiple partners or?
Yeah, like I said, I don't do long-term relationships, so kind of tend to just be with one person, what happens happens, and then I move on.
Okay. And where are you finding other boys, men to sleep with?
Well, some at college, some I just meet when I go out with friends.
Okay. And is it specifically males?
No.
Okay. So you've also had intercourse with females?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a difference in either one?
No. It's all just pleasure. Just helps me get my mind away, and in those moments I can control what's going on.
I understand. So it gives you, if I'm hearing you correctly, it gives you that control that you feel that you don't have in other areas.
Yeah.
Do you feel that at certain points, like certain things can trigger you to have sex more often?
When I start feeling like I'm being smothered with more problems and stuff, and
so when you feel stressed, you may be more prone to sexual activity.
yeah.
Okay. This may be a rough question, but how are you about protecting yourself?
Well, I know I should, but I usually don't. It's more of an afterthought than anything else. And I'm in the moment, I just want what I want, and then I just forget.
So you can say, about how much of the time can you say that you actually have protected sex?
Rarely.
So it's more unprotected.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel knowing like the risk?
I mean, the risk scares me, but I don't think much of it when everything's happening. I don't think about it until it's all done and over. And by then, it's too late. You just move on.
So what kind of feelings do you have after you've had intercourse with whoever you've had intercourse with? What kind of feelings do you have?
Sometimes I feel guilty, but I just shake it off.
And what do you think where those feelings of guilt come from?
Because I feel like I'm not normal, because normal people have relationships and they have a partner, and I just jump around. I can't do relationships.
So in your future, like if you were to look at your future self, would you ever see yourself in a relationship?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. But currently right now, you wouldn't see yourself in a relationship?
No, definitely not.
Okay. So sex for you is about having that control. And, you're allowed to correct me at any time if I'm wrong. But sex for you is about you having that control that you lack in these other parts of your life. And it gives you that happiness and gratification, you said, right? That instant gratification.
Yes.
Of feeling better. Okay? When you think about having a relationship later on in life, what do you think that you need in order to have a relationship?
Being in a relationship makes me feel like my partner has control over me, and I don't like the feeling.
Okay. So you don't like the feeling of being out of control or being controlled?
No.
Okay. That kind of lack of control, does that trigger any memories for you?
Yes. Just things that we've talked about before, with my parents and my dad.
Yeah, I understand that. So there is this connection. There's this connection between some of the things that are currently going on in your life to some of those childhood memories that are hard for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that memory statement is going to be extremely important for us next time that we meet, because we're getting around to the end of the session. We spent most of the session talking about the fight with Mia that you had, or the fight with Mia that you had this week with your sister, and Mia's feelings, and how she's kind of just angry all the time. And you mentioned a lot about how your feelings, you kind of suppress them. So do you feel that sex is your way of suppressing your real feelings inside?
Maybe.
Okay. So maybe we can work on some stuff. So how would you feel about, you told me about revising the memory statement. Maybe putting that in your journal. Were you able to get a journal?
Yes, I was.
Okay. So in your journal, I want you to kind of revise that memory statement. Start to think about a lot of the things that we're talking about today, about those feelings that are kept inside. Okay. And while you're revising that memory, I want you to jot down on the side the feelings that you remember having when with those memories. Okay. And I want you to continue using those calming strategies and calming yourself down to get yourself through the writing, to get yourself through the day. I want you to continue doing something fun. The swimming with friends is great. But I also want you to, I'm going to give you this video. I'm going to send you the link, and I want you to watch this video. And it's about sexual trafficking, because women, we don't think that sexual trafficking is real, and it can be at times. I want you to really listen to this video, and I want you to watch it. You know what we have? It's only about 4 minutes long. We have a couple of minutes. I'm gonna play it for you, and I want you to listen to the video and listen to what sexual trafficking is. I know that being protected can be an afterthought for you, but I really want you to think about being safe for yourself.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play that for you. Give me one quick second. Let me pull it up on my phone.